So we've just concluded the 2025 Stettler Candidates Forum. We're here with mayoral candidate Gord Lawlor. Tell me, Gord, how do you think tonight went?
I was really pleased with how tonight went. You know, the reality of the volume of people in the room, and I can only imagine the volume of people online that you cannot physically see. The questions were valid. They were tricky, some of them were unusual, but every candidate, I think, responded properly, responded well, and when they didn't have the knowledge, they had the gumption to say that. Being on council for 8 years and putting my mayoral name in the hat 6 months ago, you know, I'm betting the farm. That's a reality. But I think tonight went exceptionally well. I don't think I found myself negatively impacted by any stretch. In fact, I think all of the people benefited from the information they received tonight.
Was there a topic or anything that we didn't get to tonight that you did want to get to?
Yes, there would be. What would each person's opinion on what is Stettler's most precious hidden gem? I would be very interested to know each candidate's view on that. That would have been a good question to that wasn't a political football, but showcase all the various different things that Stettler has to offer.
I know they did ask that at the county there last night. We did talk about the doctor recruitment, obviously, the fire department forming. What's your opinion just on these topics that have been contentious in the last year?
Well, in the doctors' attraction and retention, I've got to say that between the doctors, Stettler needs doctors, the Board of Trade doing the tours, the attraction and retention committee, the collaboration between the county and the town for the funding and financial aspect of it, it's been extraordinary. But we have a binder this thick on our agreements with the county and our county partners. We need to be working closely with them. As for the fire department taking let's call it a divorce, it's as complicated as actual domestic divorce. You know, there's so many issues, there's so many topics that everybody has a different opinion on. And as a town council, we have made the decision based on what we feel is the best for our taxpayers. We have a different level of service we have to provide for our fire insurance. What people have to pay for fire insurance in the county when they don't have a fire hydrant system and running water that they like pumped water, I guess, for fire suppression. We have to stay ahead of the curve for the financial aspect for every taxpayer and their household fire insurance.
I guess the other thing we heard tonight was just about the need for housing in Stettler. I guess that topic and anything else you wanted to mention tonight.
Well, when it comes to housing, you know, I used the chicken and the egg term, and I thought as soon as it came out of my mouth, I thought that wasn't a good choice of words. The thing with housing is year one working at the Red Deer Home Show, we had Mayor Sean and myself were there for the entire weekend. And he took it upon himself to go booth to booth to booth for every developer that was there to try and convince them to take a look at Stettler. We find ourselves in a situation where Wellings, who has, you know, Wellings of Waterloo, Wellings of Red Deer, Wellings of Cochrane, they have Wellings everywhere. They own a tract of land here that is not being developed. And it's a private business, so we have to be respectful of their decision, but I would like to know the why. Is there anything we can do? Because if I'm successful being mayor, I really wouldn't want to be the mayor of the town that Wellings owns property in and chose not to build, because that sends the wrong message to other developers. There's a lot of complex things with Alberta environment and migratory birds and lots of background that isn't out in the public that is part of that decision. I want to have conversations, communication, collaboration. And I've reached out to some of our county partners already to say if I'm successful as being mayor, that is my primary focus with the county, is for us to get back to where we used to was.
Well, thanks for this today, Gord, and all the best in the election there.
Thank you very much. Appreciate you very much as well.
Thank you.
Thank you and good night.